warehouse. Then after that, we had discussed about what are the properties for data warehouse. And also after that, we are also discussed about what is the difference between OLTP and OLAP. These are the topics we discussed in the last class. So let us see. So next topic is a multi-dimensional data model. What is multi-dimensional data model is? So whatever the data warehouse we are going to build is, the data warehouse we are going to build in a model called, a view model called as the multi-dimensional data model. So in this particular multi-dimensional data model is defined in terms of two components. So what are the two components where the multi-dimensional data model is going to define is dimensions and facts. So whatever the dimensions you are having, those dimensions are represented by using tables called as dimension tables. So for example, if you are having a data warehouse or data cube with a dimension item, it can have the properties like item name, brand, type, and for example, you have a dimension like a time, it can have attributes like a day, week, month, quarter, year. So these are called as the item here. Whatever the item and time we are having, they are called as the dimension tables. So next one is fact tables. So what is meant by fact tables is, on these dimension tables, we compute some of the pre-computed measures. Those measures are we're going to store into the called as measures. For example, we're having items and time. We're going to calculate the number of how much profit you get or how much revenue, dollars sold. So these are the one of the measure, and the fact table is also along with the measures. It is also contains keys. So what are the keys is, the keys will reference the dimension tables. And also data in data warehousing, we always refer to ND base cube. So what is N is n dimensional data. So whatever the data warehouse you are having, the data warehouse we are represented in terms of a cube. In this particular cube, we are having two types of cuboids are there. One is a base cuboid. So, and the base cuboid is topmost 0D cube, which holds the highest level of summarization, is called the apex cuboid. So two cuboids will be there, base cuboid, which contains the detailed level of data, and topmost cuboid, 0D cuboid or apex cuboid, which is going to call as the, which contain higher. So what is a simple data warehouse is, data warehouse will contain lattice of cuboids. Let us see this particular. For example, I have a data warehouse. In this particular data warehouse, these are all cuboid. This is one cuboid, and this is one cuboid. This is one cuboid. So set of cuboids will be there. For example, if you are having 4 dimensions, 2 power 4. 2 power 4 means how much? 2 power 3 is 8. 2 power 4 is 16. So 16 cuboids will be there. Let us see if 16 cuboids will be there or not. So 1, 4, 5. 5 plus, how many are there? 6. 5 plus 6, 11. 11 plus 4, 15. 15 plus 1, 16. So totally 2 power n cuboids. If there are n number of dimensions, for n number of given dimensions, there will be 2 power n number of cuboids will be available. So this set of cuboids we are going to call as lattice of cuboids. The set of cuboids we are going to call it as a lattice of cuboids, where the base, so whatever the bottommost cuboid we are having, that is called as the base cuboid, and whatever the cuboid the topmost is called as the, it is called as 0D cuboid, or it is also called as apex cuboid. So what is 4D cuboid? Base cuboid also called as ND cuboid. What is ND? Is number of dimensions. So with respect to all dimensional information will be available in the cuboid called as base cuboid. And next, this is 3D cuboid. Here we get only three items, 3 dimensions information only. For example, this cuboid will contain the information about only dimension, time, item, location. So this cuboid will contain information about time, items, like that. A 3 dimension information is only available. And if you come with the 2D cuboids, here we have 2 dimensions, that is the time item or time location, like that. If you come here, only 1 item. And if you come here, all the dimensions, aggregated methods will be available. The consolidated or general information which is available in this cuboid called as the apex cuboid. So basically, the multi-dimensional data model is represented by using different kind of schemas will be schema mean representation models. So basically for representing or modeling data warehouse, so whatever the dimensions you are having, dimensions and measures you are having, our data warehouse can be represented by using three types of models. They are star schema, snowflake schema, fact constellation. Let us see what is meant by star schema. What is star schema is basically these are your dimensions. Time is one dimension, item is one dimension, branch is one dimension, location is one dimension. So each and every dimension contains its own attributes like a time key, day of the week, like this. Here item is having its own items, its own attributes will be there. Now so these tables are called as the dimension tables. So what is meant by star schema is center of we have a table called as fact table. So what this fact table contains is fact table will contain two types of things. One is keys. So whatever the dimensions that they are using for those all dimensions, the reference. For example, for time dimension table, time key is the primary key. That primary key stores the reference in this particular fact table. So item key is item key, and also location key, branch key, like that. From each and every dimension, a reference key is going to be stored inside the fact table. And next, along with that, it also contains some kind of measures. What are the measures? Based upon these all dimensions, time, item, branch, and location, we are going to calculate the measures. So how many units sold, how many dollars amount we got, what is the average, like that. Some of the pre-computed measures are there. So this is nothing but data. So basically for modeling or representation of data warehouse, we can choose the three different kind of representation formats. What are they? Star schema, snowflake schema, fact constellation. So which model is called as star schema is it will contain only one fact table, and you have multiple dimension tables will be there. Each and every fact table will contain the reference keys for the dimensions, and it also contains some measures or which are pre-computed. That kind of model is called as the star schema. Let us see what is snowflake schema. So basically, if you observe the star schema, here we have the redundancy will be there. So to avoid the redundancy in the star schema, where the redundancy is there? For example, different brand items may be supplied by single supplier. So the supplier name can be repeated so many times. And also, for example, country. All the persons may belongs to same country or same state. So state and country or city may be street may be different. The person may be live in different states. But whereas all these persons live in same city, all persons may live in same state. So this kind of information is repeatedly stored so many number of times. So it will cause the redundancy. So the drawback of star schema is the redundancy. The drawback of star schema is redundancy. To avoid this redundancy, what we are going to do is we are going to perform normalization. So to avoid the redundancy, what we done is we split the item dimension table into two tables. One is item table and supplier table, and the item dimension table will contain a reference key called as the supplier key, and the supplier key is pointed to supplier. So now I am not repeatedly storing that particular supplier information in the item table. So it is separately maintained. Only the reference will be maintained only. So whenever you want to know the brand is supplied with supplier, then with the help of the supplier key, you can know whether who is that particular supplier. And also location also. For each and every attribute, I cannot store the city information, state and province. Just I am going to maintain the reference key, and based upon the reference key, I can know the city, state and country. So this is how the data will be stored inside the snowflake schema. So the main difference between star schema and snowflake schema is star schema will face the redundancy problem. To remove the redundancy problem, we are applying the normalization. So normalization means splitting the tables. So to avoid the normalization, we are performing normalization, and automatically after applying normalization, the relation will be split into two tables. The R relation is split into two tables, R1 plus R2. So to avoid the redundancy. So this is snowflake schema. And here also we have only one fact table. Next schema is fact constellation schema. So what is fact constellation schema is Here we are having the multiple fact tables. Here you are having multiple fact tables rather than a single fact table. The fact cancellation. So for the multi-dimensional data model to represent so many types of information to calculate so many different measures. So we will maintain n number of fact tables. So this n number of fact tables maintenance is called as the fact cancellation schema. So here I have one fact table, sales fact table, another fact table called as the shipping fact table. So I had so this is called as the multiple fact tables. That's what it's called. This particular fact cancellation schema is also referred with the name Galaxy schema. It is also referred with the name Galaxy schema. So fact cancellation is also called with the name Galaxy schema. And for example, see this, the same if you want to represent by using a query language, then how we are going to represent is, see here. So what I am doing is, first of all, I am creating a cube. So first of all, we need to mention. So for example, if you want to create a star schema in the data mining query language, how we are going to define is, so first of all, we have to define our dimensions, time, dimension like item, and dimension like a branch, dimension like a location. After that, we are going to create our star schema by using a definition called as define cube. So define cube, so that cube name we are giving sales star. So the cube has to create all the dimensions, time, item, branch, location. Then automatically it will going to fetch this particular reference keys, time key, item key, branch key, location key, and automatically while creating the cube, I want to also need, so fact table will contain along with the dimensions, we also have measures will be there. So the measures like dollar sold, we calculate average sale. How we want to compute dollar sold? Dollar sold is equal to sum of sales in dollars, and average sales is equal to average of sales in dollars, and unit sold is equal to count star. So like that, all these measures are pre-computed while forming the cube called as sales star. So this is how we are going to create a star schema in the data mining query language. For the purpose of representation of data, creating data warehouse, we are using a language called as DMQ, data mining query language. In this particular language, how we have to create a cube and how the dimensions need to be specified. And for example, Snowflake, anything, all schemas we are going to define in the same way. So, and also next topic is the basically, just we discussed, fact table will contain the measures. So these measures are basically classified into three categories. They are distributive measures, algebraic measures, holistic measures. So what is meant by distributive measure is, for example, on top of the wholesome data, you are collecting some aggregate measures or generalized measures. They're called as distributive measures. So for example, count of, sum of, min of, max of, these are called as the distributive measures. And next measure is algebraic measure. So what is algebraic measure is same. It can be computed on, so whatever the measure you are, so inside you are using some distributive measure, then it is called as the algebraic measure. So see, for example, here average internal requires some measure and also count min of n. So internal standard deviation. So these are all the measures which involve the internal distributive measures. So that's why that measures are going to called as the algebraic measures. And next one is holistic measures. So if there is no constant bound on the storage needed to describe the sub-aggregate.